Good morning, people. How you guys doing? This brother Mike back on with the thought of the day, January 5th, 2023. The last 2 days has been very rough for me. You know, as most of you know, if not all of you, I lost my best friend, and it crushed me. When you meet somebody that's 7 years old, and then you see the growth in them and you guys' relationship. Um, our lives went on different paths in our late teens, and then we came back together in our late 20s and was inseparable since. Um, that was my brother, and first I want to give thanks to the Most High for waking me up, and I want to give thanks to all you guys that reached out to me, all you guys that showed him love when I put his picture on the Instagram, and he loved you guys from the spotlight tournaments. That's all he wanted to do. When I made the decision to stop doing the tournaments this past year, he wasn't trying to hear it. He was like, "Nah, bro, December is on. We got to do this." He loved you guys. That's all he wanted to talk about. He loved the coaches. He loved the kids. He said, "Those are our kids. The spotlight kids are our kids." We used to go to the high school games, the college games to see kids play. He loved you guys, and you guys loved him. To a lot of the coaches and stuff, he was the man of reason. Sometimes I was dealing with different emotions and my attitude and stuff, the pressures of running the company, and guys used to go to him to get things done, and then he'll come to me, and he knew the way to be able to get at me to get things that he needed to get done. And that happens because growing up, he was the pitcher and I was the catcher. He was my battery mate. So anybody that know anything about sports understands the bond that just being in those two positions carries. You know what I'm saying? I remember how he got his name. We was playing in North Trenton, and he wanted to be like Dwight Gooden. And back then, Dwight Gooden was calling himself Doc K, because for striking people out. So I started calling him Doc C. Then he started calling himself Doc C. Then he changed it to just Doc, and that's how Doc was born. A lot of people don't really know that. This one hit different. I broke down yesterday. That was probably the hardest I cried since 2009. And once it came out, I started to laugh and feel better because I got those emotions out. And I just started remembering him and how silly and loving he was, and just being my dude, man. And no matter what, he was by my side. When you saw me at the tournament, you saw him in the tournaments, or he wasn't that far behind. Just different things, man. I remember being at my wife's funeral and the prosecutors coming in harassing me, and when it was time to go back to the gravesite, he protected me. You know what I mean? He escorted me to the limousine. Things like that. Like, that was my big brother and my protector, man. And he could never be replaced. Now it's my duty to add him to my testimony and let people know that one day at a time, you can't stay sober through these kind of tragedies. I have to continue the mission of going out talking about how important it is to turn your life over to the Most High and to stay sober, especially during these times, man. I know the Most High gonna shield me and gonna protect his family. I love my brothers, man. I love my mom, my other mom, Pat. This just hit different, man. And I wanna thank everybody that supported me during this time. I come back to work, and all the kids in my job, they made cards for me saying sorry for your loss. saying sorry for your loss, and this just touching me, man. And we just got to keep the mission going, and I'm gonna miss my boy, man. He was a different dude, and we shared so many memories. I found some pictures that I'm gonna post today for Throwback Thursday when we was on the same baseball team growing up. Nothing comes close to it, man. Like, I'm gonna miss him, and I'm glad that the Most High put the spirit on me to go spend a lot of time with him before he left. And I thank the Most High that I was sober and not in addiction during this time, because I would have been selfish and self-centered, and I would have been pushing it off and not going to spend time with him. But we spent a lot of Sundays together before he departed, man, just talking about turning his soul over to God and laughing about the tournaments and him trying to convince me not to retire and things of that nature, man. And to all the kids, he loved y'all, even though his favorite thing was, get off the court, get off the court, because he didn't want the other players on the other court to get hurt. He loved screaming, get off the court, clear the court, clear the court. He loved you guys, man, and you guys showed love to him. Shalom. I love you guys. Hope to see you soon. Peace.